Okay, guys, I think we got her back fixed up right now. Sorry about last night. I did a little test and had a couple people ask me what I was testing, but I was making sure that I could get this back on working on Facebook and YouTube on the channel I'm on the app that I'm running, and I finally got it figured out. I think until the next time. Sorry about last week. It actually turned out to be a pretty good show. I had a lot of views. I hit 1K views last week, which was amazing. So thanks to everybody that's been watching and following along. I really, really appreciate it, especially when I get that many views. Uh, I Let's go ahead and hit my sponsors: uh, Fish Stick Rods, Hook and Donkeys, Sanborn Builders, Ace Hardware, Hobbs Roofing, Pizza Stop, Southern Ohio Sanitation, and Williams Sun Construction. Guys, I want to thank all them guys. I do it every week, and they make this all possible and worthwhile and everything. So I really appreciate it. And even if you guys are out and about and stuff, if you guys could you know reach out and thank them and tell them you heard their names on my show, I'd appreciate it. Uh, they really helped me out a lot to make this work. And you know, just real quick before we get started, I had a guy last night following me all the way into Walmart because he seen the back of my truck. It said Grubcast on it. Uh, he followed me all the way into Walmart and talked to me. It's pretty neat. So, you know, everything's getting out there and things are starting to happen, and it makes it worth dropping everything I'm doing on a Monday evening to come down here and get set up and do this show. So tonight on our trivia question, I will be giving away the 4.6 F Series. Let me get it out of the bag here for you. It's called the Gold Skunk. Black with gold in it and white. Called the Gold Skunk. Mike actually let me name that one. So whoever gets the trivia question right tonight wins the package of the 4.6 F Series. It's like a little Ned rig, and it's the Gold Skunk. So, uh, okay. Also, guys, I want to go ahead. We'll start with the uh, bass tournaments that took place this last week that I have information on. Uh, Somebody throw me a comment so I know that my comments are working. If they would. Okay, thanks, Rusty. Well, I might shave tonight, getting that time, but I'm not shaving my goatee. That's my goatee stays. Okay, Rusty, I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and go over the tournaments from last week. Monday, last call was on the Hawking River. I believe they went out of the Coolville ramp there on the Hawking River. Hey, Jeff. Jeff, I like the chicken Alfredo. There's only me and Dad actually. I had to take him to the doctor the other day, and he's like, "I'll treat dinner or lunch." And I said, "Olive Garden." We went to Lancaster Olive Garden. The shrimp Alfredo is even better than the chicken. But okay, Monday night at the last call tournament on the High River. First place went to Sean Six and Adam Huff. They had 4.21, and they also had Big Bass at 1.3. Second place was Jeff Partner and Ryan Marshall with 1.79. The High River was stingy, or the Hocking River. And third place went to John Daniels and Rob Kraft with 1.1. Tuesday night at Burr Oak, first place went to Howard Miller with 6.37. Second place went to Kim and Jack with 5.60. Third place went to Ryan and Garrett with 3.91. And Craig and Janie had Big Bass at 3.21. So Burr Oak is still doing halfway decent, but not the greatest. And then last Wednesday night at Lake Snowden, John Daniels and Mike Wagner got first place, and they had 3.54, and Big Bass at 1.77. Second place, my partner didn't show up, and it was just me. So I got second place with 3.09 with 2 fish. I just needed one more fish. Saturday, we went to, a few of us went up to Buckeye Lake to the OBF Open. And guys, if you ain't fishing this tournament, you're missing out, because it's a paid entry into the semi-nationals. You don't have to fish anything else. You can go pay $100 or $110 for this tournament. And if you win it, you get a paid entry into the semi-nationals, boater and co-angler. So it's $300 right off the bat before the payout. And ended up being Bo Nishamore and Josh Guthrie. They won it. And they had 6.41 with 5 fish. And I hate to say it, he's probably on here watching right now, but Steve Calder and Shane, for the third year in a row, has come in second place. They and once again, Bo and them had 6.41, and Shane and Steve had 6.12. So once again, I think me and John McKenzie last year beat them by hundredths of an ounce, and Bo and them just beat them by a few ounces this week or this month or this year. So, hey Carol. But yeah, that tournament is me and Steve's going to do some talking. We might move it around next year to a different lake, but that tournament, to get your entry paid into the semi-nationals, that's a good tournament. People are missing out on it. So Sunday, last call was at Belpre. They first place went to Jim and Valerie Kirkendall with 5.95. Second place was John Butcher and Gary Barnhouse at 5.76. And third place went to Travis and Dave Robinson with 5.32. And then Big Bass was the legendary Harold Weed and Oscar Carson. Had Big Bass at 2.16. And it's amazing, they fished the Hocking River the Monday, and then Sunday they fished the High River out of Belpre, and the difference in weights. So yeah, Steve, I had to mention it. Just pour a little more salt in the wound. But guys, don't forget, especially Federation guys, June the 30th is the last chance regional tournament at Mosquito. So you need to get online and get your paperwork and get it filled out, get it sent in, so you can go. If you want to go to the championship, it's the last chance qualifying tournament. at Mosquito Lake on June 30th. And then also Federation guys, I believe it's July 18th is the deadline for the state championship paperwork to be turned in, so me and Steve can get the pairings done. So if you've caught a fish in your regional, you need to get the paperwork sent in before July 18th. And then me and Steve will meet up shortly after that and do the pairings. So yeah, that'll be coming up here. You know, if you mess around with the holidays and stuff, it'll get away from you. And I'll keep announcing on Monday nights about it. Also on July 6th, the Tyler Gillette tournament out to Lake Snowden will be going on. I probably will not fish it. I'll probably be out of town. So, but if anybody wants to, I think you can get a hold of Dennis Gillette is who the contact is. There's a flyer hanging on the fence out there at the lake for it. And I'll get more information and announce it again before couple weeks. We got a couple weeks yet before the tournament, so I'll announce it to let everybody know. There's always a good turnout to that. They usually have 30, 40 boats. So it'll be July 6th, and it's at Lake Snowden. Well, we got a few people on here, so the first person that texts me a picture of Pizza Stop wins the crankbait tonight. You got to send me a picture of the receipt that you bought something from Pizza Stop. So the first person I get a text from here wins the crankbait. So tonight's the night I'm giving it away, but I have to have a picture of the Pizza Stop receipt. So I'll wait and see who gets a picture of that. Okay, well, we'll see if I get who comes through first, Rusty. It hasn't come through yet, and I know I got a text because I just got a text from a friend of mine down here. Well, you sure you send Russ? Let's see. I should have went out on the roof and sent it. Yeah, I don't know if yours is it's you or me. I don't have real great service down here. I don't know how to do a better way to this, but and I got it on vibrate, so other people text me that don't come out and show on that. Okay, yeah, Rusty, I just got it. So Rusty Kaiser wins another crankbait. Boy, I tell you what, that receipt you got out there that time is paying off for you, ain't it? This is a suspended rattle trap. It suspends. So Rusty Kaiser wins that. Guys, I've mentioned a little bit, but we are in the dog days of summer. Well, it's coming here. Fish quite ain't on the summer pattern yet, but we're in the dog days of the heat, and it's very important that you guys keep your water cool in your live wells. Spend the extra $5, buy a big bag of ice that will do both your live wells and put ice in your cooler of your boat, and it will keep your fish alive. Nothing makes me more sick than when I lose a fish, and I lost one at Mosquito Lake 2 weeks ago in the BFL, and it wasn't because of the water. It was because of my live well recirculation quit working. I've got a short somewhere, so I've got to tear it apart and I've got to figure it out and find it. Because one tournament it works fine and the next tournament doesn't. So I'm going to take my switch panel apart and see if I got a loose wire or what I got going on. But that's not it's not really, it is my fault, because I wish there was some kind of something that they could come up with that we knew the pumps was kicking on and they wasn't. I mind if you pay attention and listen, sometimes you can hear it, but when you're in the adrenaline rush and trying, and the concentration of trying to catch fish and stuff, you really ain't listening to live wells. But guys, 4 ounces can cost you a lot of places real quick. And when it costs you places, that means it's costing you money. So just take care of your fish. Use Rejuvenate, but the biggest thing, and I always until last year, I was completely against ice in the cooler because I thought that would shock them, changing them from the temperature out in the water to the cold cooler live well. But I've seen by experience of when you see the guys that's professional doing it every day, that's their living, their money by keeping their fish alive, then I'm going to do it too. That's just like I go into the scales, your scales that you use to weigh the Rapala scales. I see more pros using the Rapala scales than I do anything. Now a lot of them are starting to use the Bubba scales, and I'll probably end up getting me a set of them and compare with my Rapala scales. But I'm going to use what the guys that are making the money and making a living with. That's what I'm going to use. Because, when you see them, they got 2 and 3 sets of the same set of scales in their boat. Then that means, they work. So, but the biggest thing is, keep them fish alive. If you see one that's, rolling up on its side, put a clip in it, pull it down to the bottom, take the call thing out of its mouth, give it a chance to get back on its health. And another thing, and hold on one second. Another thing that I'm a firm believer with is if you have one deep hooked, cut the hook and leave the hook in its mouth. Don't try to take it out. You try to take it out of its mouth, 9 times out of 10, you're going to kill that fish. So just cut the hook, leave it a hook in its mouth. You can try to get the worm off the hook so it can, that hook will dissolve in that fish's mouth. It will deteriorate eventually, and it won't kill it. And another big thing is when they're bleeding, dump Mountain Dew down their throat or Rejuvenate. Give them something to clot that bleeding up. If they keep bleeding, they are not going to live. They're not going to make it. So make sure you just take care of your fish. That's the number one thing, is taking care of your fish. And guys, just help each other out on the water. Pay attention to what you're doing and help each other out. I can't tell you how many times people's pulled up to me and said, "Hey, I got a fish that's not doing good. Do you have uh, some rejuvenate or fish care stuff in your boat?" I'm like, "Yes, I do. Pull over here." I just did it up at Allen Creek a couple weeks ago. Some kids pulled up and they said, "Hey, we got 5 fish and they're not doing real good." I'm like, "Come over here." Uh, my dad is a true believer of Epsom salt. Uh, I have some in my boat, but I use it's not rejuvenate. It's a fish care that actually that we used to use on the release boat, uh, and it comes from a chemical plant that for transporting live bait and stuff from places to places. So I use that because it's very important. I always say, we're in Ohio and we got one fish that we're all fishing for, and if we kill it, we're in trouble. So let's take care of our fish and treat them like they're kings and get them back in the water so we can catch them again. You know, that's the most important thing. Uh, I caught 2 fish at Rocky Fork that had, yeah, Rusty, G juice is a really good thing to use. I caught 2 fish at Rocky Fork. When I caught them and put them in the boat, I'm like, them are keepers. And the reason I knew they was keepers, you could see the bruise on their mouth from a call system. So they'd been caught, and where I caught them from, they wasn't release fish. I mean, they was released, but they didn't. They swam where I caught them because, guys, when I go to Rocky, I go into no man's land. Uh, I go to where the dredge boat has a hard time to get in there. Uh, the water is a lot cooler. Hey, Trish, uh, any word on my way bag? I want to show that off on the show. And that was awesome what you done this weekend up to Burr Oak. Driving all the way up there and doing that for Reagan. I really appreciate. Okay, Wednesday. Okay, so whenever it gets there, I mean, it is what it is. I'll get it. I'll have it before the season's over. I'm really excited to show the guys in the club and stuff. They're going to really, really like it, and show guys on here. And guys, she's got a super, super thing going with weigh bags. They are really, really good weigh bags. You can put a lot of water in them. Uh, they're durable. Okay, Trish. But yeah, they're durable. Uh, you know, Rusty Trish said your gloves feel good too. I like them, but I'm gonna tell on myself because I put them somewhere when I was at Chickamauga, and I can't find them now. I don't know what I did with them. I thought they was in my rain suit, but they're not in my rain suit because I've had it on a couple times. But yeah, guys, if you if you if you haven't tried her shirts and her gloves, you know, she's got a good gig going. And if you get a chance and you're bored and you want to watch a show, her and Angela was on Co-Anglers. I think it was called Co-Angling podcast. I watched it last week and it was a really, really good show. Uh, they was just giving how they started out with their uh, shirts and stuff, and they've come a long ways, and they've got a long ways to go. They're going to be around for a while. If you got a fish her jersey, you're going to be known because everybody all over the country is seeing fish her. Here's if you want to go to her site and check out what she's got, www.fishher.com. She she's got the amazing products. Her and Angela really put their stuff together. Or they put their stuff together and devoted their life to this thing. So uh, you better get you a shirt because everybody's gonna have them before it's over with. Okay, guys, we've got quite a few on here watching. I'll show you the bait again. This question is probably going to confuse a lot of people. It's the 4.6. Anytime, Trish. Anytime. I will support the people that put the work in and do what you guys do. I'll support you 100%. 4.6, the F series, and it's called the Gold Skunk. It's black and with gold flake in it, with white on the bottom. It looks like a skunk. Okay, here we go. In 2007, at the Bassmaster Classic at the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh, what weight and who got second place? And what was his weight? In 2007 at Pittsburgh at the Bassmaster Classic, who got second place and what was his weight? See, I told you, didn't go with the first place when I went with the who got second. Who was the bridesmaid? Donovan, you're right on part of it, but the weight's not right. Nope, Trish, not Skeet Reese. This was at Damien. You're close, but the weight's not right. No, Donovan, it wasn't that either. Not 15 pounds. Kevin Van Dam won it. Nope, not 18 pound. You're going the wrong way. Kevin Van Dam won it, and Aaron got second. I'll go ahead and give Aaron away because you guys have already guessed that. Boy, you're close, Donovan. You're real close. But KVD beat him by just ounces. And Aaron lost a fish right at the thing. Boy, Donovan, you're working hard at it. You went too high. Hey, Mike Swearinger. Dean, you're real close. You guys are real close. No, Donovan, you're going the wrong direction. Dean, you went the wrong way. Mike, you are, not quite that, Mike. Why do you want to win your own baits? You went the wrong way, Mike. No, Dean. Wait a minute, Donovan. Yeah, Donovan got it. Where you at? I seen it there a minute ago. I'm gonna give it to Donovan. He had Aaron Martins, and he got. I'm gonna give it to Donovan, but he was 1 ounce off. But he had Aaron first, so I'm gonna give it to Donovan. It was Aaron Martins. God rest his soul, and he had 12.9 ounces. Donovan had 12.8 ounces. So I'm gonna give it to Donovan. He bounced around it all around it, and he got close enough there. I'll give it to Donovan Workman. So Donovan, send me your address, and I'll put these in the mail to you, guys. And I'll tell you something about Aaron Martins. You know, he's gone now, and most of you guys know that I have traveled to a lot of. Hey, Ben Sanders. I have traveled to a lot of Bassmaster Classics, and actually, I've been to a couple Forest Wood Cups. I haven't been to a Red Crest yet. I might try to go to one of those this winter. I don't know yet, but the Classics is. I really enjoy the Classics. I think I've been to. I think I've been to 7 or 8 Classics, but Aaron, you know, I always just had not a good feeling about him. Well, I'll just be honest. I didn't like him, and I met him at Gunnersville at the Classic at Gunnersville at the show, and it was actually the year before he passed away. And me and him was in the TH Marine booth. I just got done talking to Luke Duncan and Damien, and Aaron walked up and he shook my hand, and we got to talking, and it was amazing. He changed my whole attitude to him. Uh, I just didn't give him the opportunity. I didn't give him the chance. Uh, he was the real deal. He talked to me like we were brothers. I mean, just sat there and talked to me for probably 45 minutes about fishing and just down to earth fishing. And you know, a lot of them guys and they got so much stuff going on. I understand. You know, I made a joke the other day because you guys know I have been running all over the country fishing. I actually bailed out on a trip to Cincinnati Sunday because Saturday I just like I am going home and I'm going to rest. And I uh, I made a joke the other day. I need a driver. I need somebody to drive me around because it's so much wear and tear on you. And these guys, them and their wives load up and take off and with a camper or whatever, and they may not be home for 2 months. So just imagine, I'm doing it just on weekends, and it's killing me. And some of them are not twice my age, but I mean, look at Rick Clun, you know. But you know, just on the road and traveling, it's it wears on you real quick. Uh, but I'm getting back at it again. I took a little break this weekend, but things are rolling back around again, and I'm gonna get back on the road. I've got to make several trips to Lake Erie coming here in the next month. I got the state championship up there. I got BFL up there. Hey Tracy, uh, yeah, I know, Rusty. My driving ain't the best at times, but you still follow me. Trish said I met him at Gunnersville 3 years ago. Camped beside him. Hubby helped him get rigged up daily because he had just went through another. That's the year I met him. Trish is at Gunnersville 3 years ago at the Classic. He didn't make the third day, and he was at the show. But yeah, and that's the thing, guys. You know, don't judge a book by its cover. Read the book a little bit before you judge it. Uh, oh, this weekend's the Bass Regional qualifier. Well, I'm going to be at Paint Creek Saturday for the run and gun, and then I'm leaving Paint Creek and going on to Tanner's to pre-fish Sunday for the BFL the following weekend. So I'll be in your neck of the woods Saturday morning. Like I said, we got our run and gun at Paint Creek. So that's Mike's down there. He's down there sneaking around right now, checking things out. But Donna, if you'll message me on Messenger your address, I'll drop these beats uh, in the mail in the morning. Angie's going as a non-boater. Well, good luck down there. I hope you went down there and got a chance to check out where I told you. Uh, I'm sure I'm sure they didn't leave out of there. I'm sure they're still in there. You're just gonna have to get old Pinky trimmed up and ease up in there. Don't get her all scratched up. But guys, I appreciate everybody being on here, the comments, and like I said, earlier, I really appreciate last week. Even the show was messed up, and I was like, man, I did not like uh, how it turned out, but evidently people liked it. There was 100K views of it. Angie Trish, uh, I'll text you after the show because I got something to tell you after that little comment there you said. I'll send you a text after the show and give you a little info on that spot I was telling you about and what you just said there. And then maybe I can get some little secrets for Paint Creek. Mike, I hope you ain't still watching. But guys, I appreciate it. I've been on here gabbing long enough. Like I said, I can't say how much I appreciate you guys being on here and watching, and even watching it afterwards. And it's cool when you're pulling into Walmart and a guy's chasing you down just to talk to you because he's seen something on the back of your truck that caught his attention. And I really appreciate that. And I've got some more stuff I'm going to put on my topper as soon as I get with Jeremy and get a window fixed in it. And I've already got it all laid out and stuff from Zones. I just got to get that window replaced, and then I'll get the rest of the sponsors. It's really going to look good when I get done with it. So, but okay, guys, I appreciate it, and let's go out there and have fun and enjoy your time on the water. Life is too short to get too excited and too upset. Just go have fun and enjoy life. And it's even better when you're enjoying it on the water. I've got a new saying now that I say I'm living the best day of my life every day, and I am. This has been an amazing summer, and I can't wait to keep going. Okay, guys, thanks, and I'll see you next week.